So in today's video we're talking about this new Dragon Ball Heroes banner, right? Whether you should summon or skip, because obviously there's a few people that are going to be hesitant to sort of summon on this banner, or you might go ahead and summon on it. I guess it all depends how hyped you are for the units. I mean, the units this year aren't really too hype, I would say, compared to last year. I still think they're really good picks, but I think they could have done a little bit better with animations wise. But the banner itself isn't too bad, right? So obviously I have the new Blue Goku here, which is an incredible unit, I would say. I think this is probably a good example why I always say when I judge my units first is I like to see them in-game first before I fully give my thoughts about it, because a lot of people I saw on Twitter and all that was saying he looks bad, stuff like that, all the heroes look bad. Then, all of a sudden, we try them out in-game and they're pretty good, right? So that's why I prefer to use the units in-game first before I fully go, yep, he's trash or good, stuff like that, right? Now, I'm not saying this Goku is like a mega busted unit sort of thing. He's very good, but I wouldn't say he's like, you know, best unit in the game sort of thing. But he could also be up there, right? So we've got the new Goku here as well, which I would say probably is a worth summon just for him. If you do want to run the hero team, because he's well, even for other teams, he's got a pretty good leader skill, is probably the main thing that I'm looking at as well with this Goku. So we got him, got Fu as well. Fu looks really good. You know, no complaints there. Yet again, I think animations-wise, they need to do better, but I guess they put all of it into this Goku, which does sort of suck, I would say. But yet again, Fu's a pretty good unit overall. Then we have Aos here as well. Yet again, really good unit as well. But it's slowly, I wouldn't say drop off, because all these units are good in their own way, sort of thing. But I'm actually more impressed with the Warrior in Black, right? He actually looks pretty impressive in game. But yeah, that's all your featured units. So this is why this Heroes banner is usually, a lot of people like to say, one of the best banners in the game for the year, which I do have to agree on. You know, you've only got 5 featured units and all of these good. Obviously the Goku is the more important one to get, but they're all really good units, right? So that's obviously one good sign, the summon on a banner. Another good sign is, I don't have enough for a summon, but as you can see here, you get a guaranteed feature SSR per multi. Right, not just one multi here and there, per multi. Now obviously you can get more, it's just guaranteed in the 10th slot is going to be guaranteed featured, right? Now I probably do have to go onto the Dokkan website just to have a look at the full unfeatured list, because I have made a few changes, but I'd rather go on there and then I can have more of a visual, right? So as you see here, this is the unfeatured list. Now obviously there's a few really good units in this one. I started clear all the way down. I guess there's not too many. I mean, it used to be all the unfeatured units for, like all the heroes used to be on the unfeatured list. But then they've changed it up this year because it looks like we might get like a sort of crossover banner coming up soon. But the rest of the other units are on the Easy A banner, right? So I would say with these units here being unfeatured does make this banner even better. Just because you're gonna, you got Vegito on there, which is still a really good unit to run. And all that. There's so many good units here you can use, which does sort of make it more enticing for me to say it's a must summon in a way, right? I wouldn't quite, or maybe not a must summon, but a very good just like chance to summon if you're a big Heroes fan. So then, because you have so much benefits on this banner, you know, than any other banner we've sort of had this year, right? But I guess the only other thing you gotta sort of look at as well is anniversary. You know, you got other banners to sort of summon for as well. So yeah, I guess there's multiple things to look at. It all depends on how, like, if you're free to play, obviously this does make it a little bit hard to, like, decide to summon or skip. If you're free to play, I probably recommend going about 3 multis and probably stopping. But at the same time, you do have to sort of look at this banner probably won't return next year, because obviously this is the last ever Heroes collab sort of celebration with new units. So unless they rerun this banner or rerun a sort of big Heroes banner, this is probably the last time you can get them. At this point, we don't know if that's confirmed or not. We do know we're going to get Easy A's in the future still. But other than that, we are not very aware of, like, unit returns and that, right? I would assume, like, the free-to-play units will still come back, obviously during this sort of period here, this celebration. But new units, or these units here, I can't say when they're returning. I really can't. So that's probably why I do recommend doing at least a few multis on this banner, because, like I said, they might never come back. You know, we don't know, right? I would assume that we could still get the stones here, which I'll quickly show you, or the crystals, whatever they are. So I think that might be the only way you can get them in the future, is these sort of special dragon stones here. So I think that's possible for next year, but at the same time I can't guarantee it because we just don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it, guys. Like, it's not really, it's very hard to sort of say, yeah, it's a must summon or it's a must skip, because if it's just a normal banner and I knew these like units are gonna return later on in unfeatured pool, stuff like that, it'd make it easy for me to say skip or summon. But this one here is sort of depending on how you value the heroes units. You know, if you're not a big fan of them, I'd say skip. If you're a huge fan of heroes units, go right ahead, right? Because I think the next Dokkan Fest banner to drop is on, I think, the 27th or something. So there's still a few more weeks away, 2 more weeks away. So I guess it wouldn't hurt, like I said, to do like 3 multis. 5 multis is probably max, I would say. Like, pushing it is 5, but I think 3 you'd be fine with. I think you get some pretty good units out of that. But yeah, that's the end of today's video, guys. Leave a comment down below if you guys actually summoned this banner, if you got lucky, stuff like that. And yeah, if you guys like this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you as I win the next one.